Hello everyone, welcome to this video. This is my first video on the internet. That's not true. This is my first video in English. That's not true. This is my first video in this channel. And I want to respond or react to this video by CawCawtv. Sorry, CawCawtv. Is that what the meaning behind the name is? And this is, by the way, before we start, this is a message or cacao. If you're watching this video, I just want to know, which I know you are. You have no life, and you basically wet yourself every time anyone mentions your channel's name in a video or a tweet or whatever. I'm just joking, but it's true. But okay, I'm a big fan, is what I'm trying to say, and I'm gonna prove it right here, so I can close this because my computer is gonna heat up if I open two browsers. Wait, first it's Windows capture, right? There we go. Okay, that is way too big. Okay. As you can see, I've been binge watching your videos like for the past month, basically. There's some other stuff there that I was looking up, but you can see you are there most of the time. If we could actually, if we go all the way down here and then we search cacao. Okay, it doesn't show me how many. Okay, there you go. See, there is over 300. There is probably more. This is the. I watched this very recently, by the way. So yeah, I watched a lot of your video. I watched a lot of your reactions. I think makes peak content, and I hope he gets out of the shadow ban thing that he's in. With that being said, let's react to this video, I guess. All right. So I didn't watch this entire video. I watched most of it, and this is a video about the controversy about Vivi's casting. And there's three sides to this controversy. I don't think Cacao here mentions the first part of the controversy, which is a lot of people have criticized this casting by saying that a lot of Arabs get played by Indian actors, which is a little bit racist to Arabs. And I agree with that side. I do think that Vivi, since her name is Nefertari, it's an Egyptian name, and she has a Anubis for a watchdog. She should be played by an Egyptian actress. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, she should be played by an Egyptian actress. But I personally don't care. I don't live in America, and this representation doesn't really affect me personally. I'm never going to live in America because to me, Israel and America are the same. Let's not get into that. So yeah, that's the first side, which I agree with. I do think that Nefertari should have been played by an Egyptian actress. There's the second side, which is pussy-ass racists. There are people who are racists, but they don't want to say, hey, I'm racist, because they're pussies. So instead, they hide behind these excuses. Actually, I just want the show to be truthful to the thought material. Like, Oda picked this, and I don't care. I want it to be truthful to the thought material. She's very white in the thought material. Stupid-ass, pussy-ass racists. And then there is the third side, which is just outright racist. Okay. And as I said, I personally don't give a shit about the live action One Piece to begin with. None of these characters feel like their characters, except for Zoro, but he doesn't really feel like his character. I just like the actor of Zoro. And I like Zoro in live action. So yeah, those are disclaimers, I guess I should say. And also, there's a fact that most One Piece fans either don't want to acknowledge or they're in denial. And that is the fact, those two are the same things, that Oda is a racist, bigoted piece of shit, okay? This makes, I'm not surprised. And also, the producer of the live-action One Piece is a Zionist. So, to those who are defending the casting, as you should, you're watching a Zionist, racist-ass show. The producers. Hey, you're supporting the racist Zionists. I personally am a pirate, so... Okay, enough yapping. Let's watch the Cacao video.
Drama in the One Piece fandom, not really. This is like live action stuff. But Season 2.
I mean, is there really a difference? One Piece fans have always been argued about racism. You know, there's racist One Piece fans, and then there is low-key racist One Piece fans, who are the One Piece fans that defend Oda. Uh, this has always been a discussion. How can you watch One Piece and be racist? One Piece promote this moral code. You're not allowed to watch an anime unless you agree with the moral code of that anime, which is stupid. But yeah, this is not new. Okay, in the One Piece community, if you want to call it that.
You know, it's coming out pretty soon, and they've done some announcements for the casting of Nefertari Vivi, Princess Vivi, and people are mad, people are upset, and why do you think it is, guys? I think it's pretty obvious, right? Well, it's a skin color. It's
the internet once again shows a young woman to bully for the period. Every single time they pick one. It's Bella Ramsey or whoever played Ironheart or whoever played Snow White. I don't know their names. Yeah, it's just the never-ending cycle of hate.
really that simple.
I was referencing Naruto there.
Me personally, I'm upset that this live-action character doesn't have triple D titties like Vivi.
Actually, guys, I am mostly upset. I'm sorry. Let me try it again. Actually, guys, I'm mostly upset that this doesn't have big hunk of. Come on, do better.
For the character depiction, but people are basically mad because of the skin tone. We got a couple tweets and threads to read about, and I just want to give you my take and to kind of stoke some conversation for you to understand. Most racist man alive says, Grok, why does media like to turn non-black characters into black is crazy?
Work today is broken. We're all working in too many disconnected apps. And
why are you doing ads? I'm watching from Opera. There's no ad blocks.
By the way, this girl is not black. Charithra Chandran, this is an Indian name, okay? So this is not a black person, but because of the way that American politics and American exceptionalism leaks out to the rest of the world, which is one of the most annoying things, people immediately think blackwashing, DEI, basically diversity and inclusion, you know, basically.
Yeah, like racists care about whether she's black or Indian. She's brown, she's not white. They don't care. If it wasn't for Asian fetishes, they would also complain if she was Asian. But
if you ever see a woman or a person of color in a video game or casting, DEI, oh my god, and that happens a lot. First of all, let's read this tweet. Cast as Vivi is British Indian, not black, by the way. On broader race swapping, Hollywood often diversifies cast for inclusion, market appeal, and social equity, though it sparks debate over fidelity to source material. Alabasta draws from ancient Egypt, which had varied ethnicities.
Which, by the way, I think the fidelity to source material is the dumbest thing ever. Nothing is ever fidel to the source material. No anime, no live action, nothing. No adaptation is ever that fidel to the source material.
Fitting and diverse casting. So the issue with this whole DEI, you know, oh my god, you're blackwashing, is because of stuff like this. Who remembers the Mermaid movie? Little Mermaid, right? This is a, you know, Little Mermaid, and oh my gosh, she got eaten up alive by the critics for this, right? Because they casted a black person for Little Mermaid, a Disney film. And I do believe that there was malice and ill intent in the marketing doing here. I think that the producers and people understand that controversy and negative engagement lead to more people talking about it. I feel really bad for the actress casted into this. She probably had no clue what was happening, but was excited to, you know, play a role that she might have been.
Okay. I don't think she didn't have any clue. She's a person of color who lives, I don't know if she lives in America, but around that culture, I guess. She does know. She knew. I think people, these actresses, they are taking a risk, which is something that most actors who are not white men or what. Okay, I'm talking like Americans. I don't like it.
Been inspired by as a child. And the backlash, the racism, the hate targeted towards her, it should be targeted towards the people in black suits, in those, you know, production staff that are actually making the decisions. But basically, one of the easiest ways, again, to get engagement for people to talk about it, not all publicity is good, but it absolutely gets people talking about it, is by doing shit like this. Take an existing character and turn them black, right? And it gets really fucking annoying because this isn't even representation. This is not like gender equality. This is not like race.
Well, it is. It is, though. It doesn't matter what their intentions are. The fact is, there is a black woman who got an opportunity to work in a big project and earn money from it. That's like the whole point. It's for black people to be able to get more roles, or for people of color to be able to get to more roles. So I don't think it really matters what the rich people's intention is. You know, fuck rich people anyways. Eat the rich.
Racial equality. This, basically what's happening is people will shit on her and the producers and say, you know, oh my god, you made her black, and then they will hide behind racism. The motherfuckers are so disingenuous who are making this and will wear this armor. Will they say, I can't believe you're criticizing this because
I don't really think that's their intention. I think their intention is to appeal to woke people and also to start controversy, as you said. I don't think they're trying to make this easy argument. You don't like this because you're racist. I don't think that's their intention, nor do I think they care if you like the movie or not. And most of the times, these live action gets hate anyways. No one likes them anyways, regardless of whether or not there's race swapping. I mean, sometimes they work like Aladdin a little bit, or like Lion King, but overall, people dislike live action regardless of the race swapping.
this person is black. It has to do with the person being black, but it also doesn't, because they think that like this is like, oh, finally we have black actresses in films. Not that that hasn't happened before, but like people want to basically hide behind that. It's just like, oh, you hate this because woman. You hate this because black.
Which, let's be honest, a lot of people do.
And that is such a disingenuous thing. So many times in other movies,
Yeah,
too,
it
like
is.
the whole like Iron
But it's like, this is the internet. What do you expect?
Man, there's like the new show, right, that came out, right, Iron Heart or whatever, and a female, you know, character was put into it. People hate on that shit because the movie apparently fucking sucks, but a lot of people will say misogyny. I can't.
Yeah, but it's like most people who are hating on Ironheart, it's because they are misogynist or racist. I haven't seen any proper criticism. You haven't seen the criticism. How can you say for sure that people are hating because it sucks? No, they're just racist piece of shit internet trolls.
I can't believe you do this shit, and this is what gets people really fucking mad. Whenever you have disingenuous representation happening, and basically they're tokenizing black people, they're basically using this black.
No, they are tokenizing black people. There's no argument there, but I don't think that's the people who are mad have proper reasons to be
as a
mad.
fucking shield to get negative engagement out of it, and then they'll retard it, and it
Okay,
just
we're gonna
makes
skip
the
this part.
situation done by the
Grace, we
execs
skipped
who
the
think
R
that
word.
negative engagement, any publicity is, you know, basically what's it called? Good publicity. The Ironheart comic.
It's very funny because it's very smart, and I'm watching him react to ReZero. It's very annoying because he predicts everything. It's like, stop being predictive, stop being so smart. And now he can't remember. I can't remember it either, but I don't speak English, so I have a pass. Good publicity.
Example, by the way, people hate that shit because she sucks. How many people have seen Fantastic Four recently?
Not true.
The newest one.
Mm-hmm.
The newest one with the female cast? Dude, people love her.
Wait, isn't she, hold up, isn't she white? I mean, I don't know, probably that, but her hair looks... who played female surfer? I don't know her name. Silver Surfer, right? Is Julia Garner white? Yeah, Julia Gardner is white. What are you talking about? Maybe you're talking because she's a woman. People should hate on it, but like she's a blonde woman. She speaks white. Why would the racists be mad about that? But regardless, they've been mad. If you're not as chronically online as I am, so I've seen many people who are hating on this, and they make up excuses as always. They're like, "Well, no, actually, I wanted to see the male version because he's the main one." Like, people are gonna be mad on the internet. Okay, it's their thing.
No one is out there screaming DEI. No one is out there.
Yeah, there is, but also she's a white
screaming, "Oh my God, woman DEI cast." No, they loved her. She's also.
Here, let me try to find, because I mostly seen on Facebook, because I don't have Twitter. I'm not American. Silver Surfer female controversy. Let's see. Here, it's literally the same thing. It's spark controversy. What are you talking about? Female surfer, Silver Surfer roasted, and controversy ensues. Julia Gardner responds to the backlash of a female surfer. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Also a canon character. This is the wife of the OG Silver Surfer y'all saw back in like whenever the original Fantastic Four aired, and there is plot relevancy. There is not just like some sort of random like, oh, woman being inserted in order to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. People will hate on it regardless, and they did.
Still controversy. No. This is a real cartoon characters, and she did fucking amazing. See what happened.
Go back to the One Piece now.
Remember the Dawn stuff too? Holy fuck, that went bad. Whenever you have like anime stuff happening and people are trying to like turn the characters black and the crazy racism happening back and forth, whenever you have anime characters and you blackwash it, it's a very sensitive topic right now. Me personally,
honestly, any topic on the internet is sensitive. I say that Zoro is not my favorite character, and people literally send me death threats. But this is in Arab community, so I don't know about Americans. But
I care more that this woman represents Nefertari Vivi, a princess who sacrificed everything to join an evil, organization.
Well, you don't live in America, so obviously you don't care, and you're not planning to be an actor. So obviously, the whole point is that people of color get a better chance at playing these roles.
Baroque works, the crime syndicate who was actually behind the fall of Alabasta, for her to go out there and to put in the work to save her nation and to get slapped around by Luffy and said, "Get your shit together." And then the Nakama moment. Remember the Nakama moment, bro, at the very end? God, if this
Nakama moment? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the tattoos? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
This actress is able to portray that, that's what I care about. But of course, people are gonna get fucking mad at this because they're so whipped up in culture wars and identity politics. There's Joy Boy theories here. This is a One Piece content creator. I'm probably about to get my head bit off, but it is what it is. I get people don't like race swap or whatever, but for the Queen of the Desert Kingdom, I'm pretty cool with it, to be honest. There is some logic portrayed in this, right? Alabasta is a desert nation. Nefertari Vivi looks like a fucking ginger. No disrespect to gingers.
And also, there is a guy who turns into a bird and then explodes from a bomb and survives it. This isn't realistic territory. This is a stupid ass anime that doesn't. One Piece makes zero sense as live action, because how are you gonna portray the powers? Like the high powers, not the street level. Let's not get into power scaling here.
But the pale skin tone, logically, like if you want to just like truly get it.
Okay, it's not really logically speaking. It's more like realistically, in real life, that's how that would happen. But as a white person myself, as a person with very pale skin, I'm pale as a ghost, and my city is like very hot. Like it's very hot out here, and I don't get. I'm not, as you can see, I'm not brown, and there is people who are brown, but it's like it's not really logically, but it's like realistically, most people with pale skin will get burned by the sun. But yeah,
immersed and think about like the the ethnicity and the heritage and their.
And also Japan gets real hot. Like there is nothing, like people die hot. Isn't that the same thing for Americans?
And that stuff. Remember Genshin Impact too? Of how fucking mad people got. Remember Genshin Impact when Sumera came out?
No, cacao. I'm not. I don't remember. I don't want to do that because it hurts my throat. I don't remember Genshin Impact because I'm not degenerate weeb.
And people are like, everyone's fucking licensing, and I can't believe they're whitewashing everybody. This is kind of like the opposite, where it's just like, oh my god, I can't believe she's not dark enough. IRL Vivi will get skin.
Yeah, but whitewashing is racist. Whitewashing. I'm being serious.
Cancer by 35. Motherfuckers, when a black person gets casted again, this is an Indian person. Right over here. Arabasta princess looking Arabian makes perfect sense. I agree.
Yeah, but she's not Arabian. They casted an Indian woman. That's like one of the valid criticisms of this casting.
Now having Vivi use SPF 50 and shit, blah blah blah. I'm not cool iconic characters having their attributes changed, attribute right now being skin tone. But for the record, Sanji not having curly eyebrows and Usopp not having a locked nose bothers me.
So
these are both other traits, right?
Yeah, sure.
Let's read some of the other tweets. Tectone comes in. The only bald motherfucker's opinion that actually matters here. The character is
okay. I don't care about this part. I think Rage Page is stupid. Okay, we got another ad. This is proof I'm Moroccan, right, guy? Right, guys.
In just a couple words, he was able to. Listen.
Okay, I'm gonna.
This specific Netflix special
the part where Cacao gets wet about the brilliancy of Rage Baiting.
That has the final say in selecting the cast.
Yeah, and regarding that, fuck Oda.
Now, I want to believe that this is also the case with One Piece live action for this season, and that this is not some sort of weird, negative engagement agenda again with the whole Little Mermaid scenario happen, right? But let's just give the benefit of the doubt that
it's not, but the producer is design its risks.
Oda is the one that picked it. Here's some other stuff too. Nicholas Light coming in after Tectone baited. Get ready for all the Oda picked her comments.
Isn't it your favorite guy? Cacao. How can you like such a guy, man?
People playing
Come on,
like they don't
do
know what's
better.
going on. But Oda did pick her, right? Oda literally told us for years everyone's ethnicity, and if you thought for 1 second that she was white with the Middle Eastern father, then you're a dick cheese that eats dick cheese. She isn't black, but she's Indian. Alabasta has many Indian themes, like a building similar to the Taj Mahal, and also it's been confirmed that the official Ruburu One Piece book, right, that it takes inspiration from India and Egypt. Again, more like ethnicity, culture, heritage stuff to show.
And by the way, when they say took inspiration from India and Egypt, Oda basically was looking at a magazine of Egyptian, different magazines, and was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna take this. He wasn't aware of what the fuck he was doing. And when he was asked, like, I think there was like an SBS or some fan pointed something. He was like, oh, so this Nefertari thing is Egyptian name. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, Oda is an idiot, stupid ass motherfucker who got lucky with this. Okay, this is just turning into an Oda hates video, which we'll do later.
Why a darker skinned character.
Yeah, which I probably shouldn't do, because if I want to get views and do this as a job, because I'm inspired by Cacao here, I shouldn't make such controversial opinion that mostly no one agrees with.
Can absolutely play Vivi. What else is there? This is the hate stuff, right? It's gonna be fucking horrific, right? The people, basically, she has taken, I think, this is her Instagram, and she's posting stories about, the hate. Like, how the hell does she look like Vivi? Netflix always does this bullshit purposely for the name of diversity. Follow the original source for God's sake, blah, blah, blah. It absolutely is gonna stoke a lot of anger, right?
Yeah, it's so annoying that people are still like using this argument. Well, follow the thought of Belial.
Because again, people are so fucking whipped up in identity politics and fucking culture wars, and because they're so ingrained with the past stuff that Hollywood has done. And absolutely, right? This doesn't just come from nowhere. This has been a thing that's been happening, not in just movies, but video games as well. But I believe that the One Piece example is different because, again, of the meaningful like lore within Alabasta that actually does supplement why this person playing Vivi may actually make sense, right?
If you really want to try and make it make sense.
What is over here? We got more of this stuff, and tedtalk has another tweet. People gotta stop making everything about racism. People.
No, I don't think so. I think racists should stop being pussy ass racists. Just be racist, okay? Don't make up excuses.
Who want Vivi to be light skinned in the live action aren't racist. They just want character accuracy. People would.
They are racists, and live action accuracy is stupid ass.
Tweak out if Nami's orange hair was black in the live action. Stop making everything a race.
People would tweak out if Nami's orange hair was black in live action. Maybe, but that doesn't make sense. That doesn't mean that when they get mad at Vivi not being light skinned, it's not racist.
Issue. This is a bit different though, right? Because you can't really compare Nami's orange hair to black compared to a person's skin color, right? Now you can dye hair colors, you can have a wig, but like this I think absolutely does have to do with racism.
And I think Emily Rudd does wear a wig, right?
Not everybody, right? Not everybody upset about this is making this a race issue, but to think that it's not, I think is a bit disingenuous. Especially with skin tone. You can't change this. You can change hair color, you can change wigs. For skin
No.
tone, maybe you could wear like a skin mask, right? You can like do some Michael Jackson shit. Yeah, there's makeup artists possible, but to compare hair with skin tone and to say that there isn't like
yeah, blackface is possible. Tropical Thunder, is that the one where that happens?
Think there absolutely is racial precedence happening,
and also some Egyptian movies.
Again, why? Not because people are just evil, but because of the bullshit they've been fed throughout the years of bullshit movies that absolutely does have, you know, nefarious DEI.
No, I think you're just making up excuses for them. Cacao! They're just racists, okay? This has been as old as time, like long time ago when the Daredevil movie came out. Kingpin was cast as a black character, and people were mad, and were furious. I don't think those actors posted a black, or maybe they did, I don't know. Those actors, those companies, that company casted a black actor for Kingpin for nefarious reasons, as you say. But regardless, people are being racist, Cacao. Don't try and make excuses for them. They are evil. People suck. How are you not aware of that? Cacao!
Basically, inclusion under DEI is the armor that they wear, and they basically chastise other for saying, "Oh, you're just racist, you're just misogynist."
I don't think any of them care. This doesn't happen. People who say you're racist for not liking this are just people who are, I guess, what is the word? Internet, chronically online. It's just an online country. And also, most people who don't like these things are racist. It's a fact. Okay.
When at the end of the day, they absolutely know what the fuck they're doing. They are marketing this shit with that armor on in order to get more people talking about it. I'm pretty sure the guy making One Piece has to prove stuff. Yeah, again, Oda like picked it. I think that Oda cares more about like, he probably considered the heritage and again, the lore of Alabasta and how a darker skin.
No, he does not. No, he doesn't do that. He doesn't care about this in the manga. Like, Oda is a racist piece of shit. The first two Arab people he put, well, technically, like clear Arab people that he put in his manga are terrorists with a reference to 9/11. Like, Oda is not that smart. He's not a good person. He's an ignorant, stupid ass billionaire. I don't know if Oda is a billionaire, but I'm sure he is. He definitely is a billionaire.
Person being there makes sense. But not only that, the most important thing is, does this person represent, you know, Nefertari Vivi? Here's another thing too. When we look at One Piece Luffy, right? Let's just look at Luffy for example. What race would you think Luffy would be?
Well, I just think all anime characters are whites. Sorry. Stupid are Asian. But Luffy, looking at him, I don't know. Asian.
Would anyone see this person and think Brazilian? Because live action, isn't Luffy Brazilian? I'm not actually sure. Is he Mexican or is he Brazilian? Obviously, this comparison is less drastic than the Vivi one, right? Because again, this...
And by the way, people were mad about that. Cacao, I know you're not as chronically online as I am, but people were mad about that. There's literally nothing you can bring up that people weren't mad about.
This is pale fucking white versus like darker skin tone, right? Luffy here, and I think this actor here, this is not that drastic of a color tone. But the...
Well, by the way, like original Luffy, like from pre-time skip Luffy, was that, you know, brown skinned, I guess. Same with Zoro. But I think that was just the coloring. Yeah, this Luffy, as you can see, if you can compare the tones, skin tones, they're very close.
Example
but anyways,
that I'm bringing up here is to kind of like portray that Oda cares more about like not necessarily the nationality, but like
Oda doesn't care about literally anything. He's just trying to appease the white, what is it called? White culture. It's not really the American public, the white fans. You know, his publicists try to push for him to be more appealing to them. That's why he removed the swastika from Ace's back. He didn't do it because he cares. He did it because he's trying to appeal to white viewers. That's like the only thing that he cares about. Is Oda is a soulless, money-hungry ass idiot. That's all he cares about. That's why he sold his soul and made that stupid ass Ryuma spin-off.
Like the personality, right? He cares more about the fit, the whole like free spirit that Luffy embodies. He saw this person and he thought, this is Luffy.
And that's not Luffy, okay? Inaki's Luffy feels like a Tanjiro type character. That's how he feels like. He's like too nice, if that's even a thing. And he's sometimes, you know, sometimes Oda will throw in his stupid ass shit into the characters, like when he slaps the shit out of Kobe.
So if this person that Oda picked thought that this is Vivi, combined...
And by the way, Oda doesn't, like, he doesn't go and see, okay, this character, I like this guy. He just see the final pick and it was like, yeah, okay, that's good. You can keep that. That's all he does. It's like, you're trying to make him more evolved than he actually is.
Combined with the fact that there is lore, culture, heritage precedents that would have some argument to be said that a darker skin tone person existing in Alabasta does make sense, then I think that there's no big deal with it.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Her name is Nefertari. Should have been Egyptian.
Right? And that's why
I'm gonna try and suppress my Oda hater inside and not let it ruin this video.
Final take.
Then it already
I think that people are always going to be blowing up shit like this based on what's happened in the past, and it's really...
No, people, racists are going to be racists, okay? The past doesn't really matter.
Unfortunate, because not everything is some sort of DEI hire. Not everything is...
It doesn't matter if it is.
Negative engagement farming. In specific contexts like this, it makes sense. But again, because of how fucking washed up people are, they are so radicalized.
Okay, I'm gonna skip this
And
part.
I hope that One Piece live action season 2 does do well. I have.
No, I don't hope that. Are you a Zionist? No! The producer is a Zionist. I hope he makes zero money. I hope most people watch it. Screw you.
I haven't seen season 1 live action. I heard.
Good for you. So that means a reaction is coming?
Heard that a lot of people were kind of cringing at it based on the trailers and how it may look. But I hear that like it was really good. So
I don't know if it was really good, but it was okay. It was not terrible. There's some entertainment to be had, and also it's very nice to see people who don't watch anime, who don't care about anime, reacting to a One Piece content, if you will. And one of my favorite plot twists in One Piece is the fact that LD Garp is Luffy's grandfather, and the fact that I had the pleasure to see a reaction because I am obsessed with reaction channels, as you can tell. It was very nice. That's the only good thing I was, and also Zoro.
Hey, fingers crossed that this season is also good. Alabasta is one of the most iconic, arcs, I think. Alabasta Saga itself is.
I don't think it will be bad, but I don't think it will be good. At least personally.
One of the most iconic, moments for One Piece. I think this is genuinely one of those, like, I don't know if turning point is the right word, but this is the moment where you finally get into the Grand Line, right? This is no longer East Blue, Northwest, South Blue. This is no longer.
I think it's the turning point because this is the first proper actual threat Luffy faces. Because before this, Luffy was having a breeze. It was just bitch slapping everyone.
Weenie Hut Jr. We're going beyond the red line and going into the Grand Line, and the way that shit has been hyped up in the early arcs, and to finally get Alabasta be long saga, to be able to cover Crocodile in his home turf territory is very funny. And then there's more lore relevancy happening. A lot of people are happy about this though, right? What is this? One Piece Robin. Miss All Sunday. Oh yeah. No one's gonna be upset about this shit though, right? No one's gonna be upset about this casting because, honestly, I'm upset about this picture because they're not showing Miss All Sunday here. This is post time skip Robin. This is not Miss All Sunday. I think that Robin's look here is cold in a good way. She got that
I haven't seen. I don't think they will do Nico Robin justice because she's not evil. Nico Robin, when she first appeared, she wasn't evil. She was sassy, if anything. So that doesn't give me any confidence. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video and also vision notes. I also wanted to sort of kind of tsundere fangirl about the cow because they were like his channel, and I hope he gets out of Shadowban so he makes more content, and also hope he gets a shonen community so we can get into some shonens and maybe we watch together using Python. But yeah, subscribe to CawCawtv if you're still here, and I will see you guys in another video where I bitch about someone else bitching about something. Bye bye.